it's been decades in the making of the supply chain across China, and that's not something, end to end that you can move overnight. So a lot of the noise around tariffs has been concerning in terms of thinking about that whole supply chain. We've been working hard, and a lot of people in the industry have been working hard to look at how do you do that and what are you going to move. But there's so many parts of that supply chain that are so interdependent now and have been built over decades that it's not something that can happen very quickly. So, but it's something that I think everybody now is being more mindful of and trying to really look at. We're fortunate about half of our business in the U.S., so we've got half outside the United States, and we've been spared from the tariffs, the tariffs that have been implemented so far. But it's certainly something we think about, and we're trying to do in a responsible way, and with the long term in mind, think about where else can you be manufacturing. But that is not something that you can really do overnight.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to Jack Ma, and he's like, well, if this got really serious and if it lasted 20 years like he says it possibly could, you would see at least original production move to countries outside of China, but within Asia, Vietnam and others. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, you could definitely start to see some of that happening as a result. But remember, I think people end up thinking it's just the manufacturing. There are hundreds of components that go into one of our products, and you have to have all of those component suppliers in the same location. You have to be able to do just-in-time delivery. And so you're talking about moving potentially hundreds of companies, not just a manufacturing plant here or there. This is a very complicated and very interdependent supply chain now for anything that's being built in technology. And so that's something that's not going to happen, in a short time.
Patrick, voice control in a way is commoditized because you got Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, others out there with that feature, and most of them are broadly making it available across devices. So what is, particularly this Q4, the premium feature that differentiates, the thing that you think people are going to want and are going to be willing to either make a brand choice or a premium choice based on?
I think the good news with Google and Amazon really seeding the market with a lot of inexpensive voice speakers is it's given people a taste of certain services, but in a narrow range, right? So you can access the Google services or the Amazon services from those products. But what you can't do is what you can do on Sonos, which is access all the services, right? So we have Alexa today, Google Assistant is coming on our platform. We're the only ones putting multiple voice assistants on one product through software. And we've already shown we have over 80 music services today on the Sonos platform. So we create, really our proposition is you can invest in Sonos and it gets better over time, and you're going to get all those services for the next 5 to 10 years, and you can add different rooms, play across multiple rooms. And so it's very much thinking about how you expand, how you put it in your home in a long-term quality, as you mentioned, way, and do it in a really simple way. But you get that security that you're going to have access to all services. You don't have to try to figure out how to navigate the battles of big tech.
Patrick, good stuff. Really interesting information. Drop by Post 9 sometime and see us in person. Thanks for your time.